Hello and welcome back to Anchor Chicken. Kevin, this morning around 3 a.m., I buried something in your yard. Don't worry about finding it, it knows how to find you. Let's do the podcast.
Wow, man. I don't like that. I saw too many scary movies this week.
Did you?
Not
You
into
do
it.
kind of
Yeah.
have like a horror thing where you guys watch a lot of. It's not even October yet, and you guys are still just like powering through
They're
the horror
coming out with
movies.
them. Yeah. Usually
Are they
like you have to
really?
wait until the end of the year, but there's like a whole horror's picking up, I think. It's getting some more steam. Hokum just came out with Adam
Hokum,
Scott. Hokum,
Hokum
yeah.
horns.
Which is apparently like Irish for that's bullshit. Like
Oh,
yeah, like if
well,
someone's telling you like a bullshit story or something like that, you call it hokum.
it's just not a Central Texas way of celebrating their favorite college team.
I mean, it's both. It can be two things.
It can be two things. You're right. What is so Hokum and what is that even about?
It's about a writer who goes to a hotel out in the woods in Ireland that his like parents went to, and while he's there, he goes through some shit, and there's like a
Goes through
witch
some shit.
involved.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to like give away spoilers or anything about the movie because it just came out, so that'd be kind of it like a couple of days ago.
Yeah, you know,
Not
I
that we're
think Irish
posting
horror
this right
movie.
now, but
Yeah,
but
right.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we're posting it tomorrow. It doesn't take that
Yeah.
long to edit.
Okay, yeah, fair. So no spoilers, but Adam Scott plays an American writer who travels to Ireland to visit this hotel, and when he gets there, a bunch of like weird, creepy stuff goes down. Like a witch is involved. It was pretty good, honestly. It was quite good.
Nice. You know, I'm not like a horror person, but
Hmm.
because of my wife, I think this is a common story amongst men, honestly. Because of my wife, I now watch a lot of horror movies to the point where I have like favorite horror movies, which, you know, to a non horror person, that's not really a thing that's on the radar. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But I
Yeah,
have favorite horror movies, bro. So, like, I will take your suggestions and add them to my library.
I think Hokum's good. So tell me a little bit about what your favorite horror movies are, because as I'm sure you've seen, as anybody who's seen enough horror, there's like genres of it, right? Like slasher movies. There's
Yeah.
like the torture porn stuff. There's
Yeah. Ooh,
or torture
gross.
corn. Do we have to censor that? I don't know.
I don't know. I have a whole
That might
hot
be a
take that has
TikTok
to do
thing.
with porn. So, you know, whatever.
So what's your vein? Like, do you like the creative murders thing, like Saw, or are
Ugh.
you into the like creepy spiritual stuff, like possession and like hauntings?
A little bit of everything, honestly. I think that I like the stuff that is either believable or hard to prove wrong. So, like, I
Okay, I
have
vibe with that.
a feeling of real life tension. I don't like body horror to the point where we're just like doing gross stuff to be gross. Like, if we have to
Yeah,
kill somebody in a creative way, like, Final Destination is about as hard as I go into that. Saw, like, we're doing too much. Human Centipede, we're
I
doing
got you. Oh
way
yeah.
too
Ooh.
much. You know
Mm-mm.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't need a hostile. I just need, you know, like, someone who's tracking down people and maybe killing them in ways that I personally don't want to die. I also do like the kind of supernatural horror that's hard to prove. I think exorcisms are crazy. The fact that these things have happened in completely unrelated cultures for so long, like, there's a bit of mysticism to that that kind of drives me. One of my
Hmm.
favorite horror films is actually and this is like half exorcism, half just like straight up mysticism, but it's As Above, So Below.
So
You know,
below, yeah,
yes,
hell yeah,
I
French
love it.
catacombs and shit. Ooh,
Yeah,
that
and
one's
like
creepy, dude.
the gateway to hell and shit. And
Hmm.
what it's they're actually after the
It's like found
Philosopher's
footage, I
Stone.
think. Yeah,
So,
correct.
like, hey, Harry Potter tie, love that, right?
Yeah, true.
Little did they know it was actually in the Chamber of Secrets the whole fucking
The
time.
whole time, yeah.
So they were going to the wrong place, unless the Chamber of Secrets is also the catacombs. Could believe that.
Oh yeah,
So
hey. Little
Yeah,
crossover.
that along with the way that they filmed that was like really compelling. It was very much like handheld camera POV, like it was
Found
filmed on a
footage.
GoPro.
Yeah,
Found footage, yes. So,
that's what it's called, like Blair Witch
and
Project or
yeah,
the
Blair
first
Witch Project
Cloverfield
was like
movie.
not super great. You know what I mean? It was like
It's
there's
polarizing, I think. Yeah.
there's a balance to found footage, I think. It has to be watchable. If you make
Hmm.
it like too funky, shaky, fucky, like someone who's
Two camera
never
guys not
held,
paying attention and just filming the ground the whole time. Like,
yeah, you can't potato cam it to the point
right.
of unwatchability.
I need to be able to see what's going on. I have that same complaint with the Blair Witch Project. In a lot of scenes,
That's
like
it.
they get scared and they're running through the woods, and we're just seeing a camera swing up and down in the woods, and it's
Yeah,
like
bro, you're
that's
just giving me
not
motion sickness.
like I get what's happening, but like it's not a pleasant thing to watch, right?
Straight up, straight up. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm not because I'm not like a super horror fan. I don't have like a genre that I'm like this is my thing. I just,
Hmm.
if I think it's good, I think it's good. If it, gives me the willies, then it gives me the willies.
I hear you on that. I have like there's a couple of metrics I think that make horror movies work or not work. This is part of the reason why I like the genre so much, because I think from like a writing standpoint and from a storytelling standpoint, it introduces a lot of hurdles you have to get over to keep the story compelling and to keep it scary that like other genres don't really have to deal with. A big example of this, especially in modern horror movies, is the kind of hoops the writers directors have to jump through to explain away or to eliminate the cell phone, right?
Oh
Because
yeah.
there's a whole host of dangerous scenarios that just having access to a cell phone and being able to call somebody completely eliminate, right?
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah. So like especially when we're telling a horror story in a modern setting, that's I think that's part of the reason you're seeing some modern horror movies come out that are set back in the 1970s and 80s and like early 90s, like
No cell
pre
phones.
the cell phone era. Yeah, because it's
Yeah,
just easier to get away with telling a story back then. Like some guy picks you up at a gas station and throws you in his trunk. Like that's horrible unless you have a cell phone, at which point you just call the police and tell them where you
and
were,
hide
describe the
somewhere.
vehicle, or
Yeah,
yeah, and they can just track your phone because they have GPS. So as long as your phone's on, like even if you're still in the trunk driving, like they'll find you, right? So
exactly. Your Apple Watch, whatever it is, you got some type of
right,
electronic to track your ass.
yeah, yeah. So there's so many hoops that modern horror movies have to jump through in order to keep you in that suspense. Because one of the things that can also ruin a scary situation is the question, why are you still there, right? Haunted
Yeah,
houses have such a hard time. Like that's how I judge if it's a good haunted house movie, is by that question, why are you still there?
yeah. Why
Like
haven't you left yet?
you moved in, there are dead animals showing up on your porch, like your kids are seeing horrible scary things, they can't sleep at night, like your wife is going crazy and is like yelling at you and is like something is happening in this house, and then you always have that one oblivious character that's like no, it's fine, or you guys are just crazy,
Yeah,
or
what's wrong
we
with you? We're
spent all our
good.
savings on this house, we can't afford to let it go. It's like, yeah, you can afford to let it go, you still
Yes, you
have a
can.
job, like yeah, so you got to overcome those kind of questions. So I think what I'm hearing from you is the particular type of horror movie matters less than whether or not the story is good and compelling, and
A
like the movie is
thousand
done
percent.
well in a way that keeps you engaged and interested.
Yes, absolutely.
I hear you. I mean, one of the best horror movies to come out in easily the last decade, if not genuinely all time so far, is Hereditary. Have you seen
I knew you were gonna
Hereditary?
fucking say that shit. I watched it. It was boring.
That's
I was bored.
wild. To say that it's boring is wild.
I was bored.
Like, I wonder
And then
why.
I waited the whole time for like I feel like just a whole bunch of bald naked old bitches to show up in an attic or some shit. It's been a while. I haven't watched it again because that's how bored I was.
That's crazy. I wonder if you were just like in a mood or something that kept you from like really engaging with the story, because
Plausible.
I'll I think there are a lot of valid complaints about that movie. I'm not sure I could accept boring as one of them. I mean,
I was
very
bored.
early on, a girl is having an asthma attack, sticks her head out the window, and a light pole takes her head off in the back of the car. Like,
Yeah, maybe it was so shocking. They did that so shockingly in the beginning that everything else just paled in comparison, and I was bored
oh,
for the rest of
maybe
the time.
maybe like it got to 100 too quickly, but
Yeah,
like I
possibly,
don't know how you're not traumatized by the bedroom scene with the son who wakes up and she's up in the corner, like in the shadow, and then
bro. We've seen
fucking he
shit like
climbs
that
up into
before,
the
though.
attic. Sure, I mean fair. The climbing up into the attic and closing the attic door, then hearing a bunch of banging on the bottom of it, and then we pan down to her hanging upside down, smashing her head into the bottom of the fucking attic door. I'll never forget that, dude. That was terrifying, man.
I forgot it until you told me about it just now.
Crazy, crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wonder. Um,
I think maybe it's just too outlandish for me as well. It's like this bitch is not climbing all walls. You know what I mean? There ain't no fucking way. There ain't no way this bitch is climbing all walls.
yeah,
And where
and I
she
think
Spider Woman? You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
once you gain powers that are just like completely unbelievable, maybe I'm just out of it. You know what I mean?
interesting. Okay, because that's kind of a trope in possession stories that like the possessed will do that, will climb on
Yeah, climb
walls
on the
and
wall or
flip
whatnot.
upside down and
Mm-hmm.
blah blah blah, float,
Yeah,
that kind of
I
stuff.
levitation. I feel I don't know why levitation feels more believable than spider people,
Or
but
climbing on
like
walls.
yeah,
Yeah.
someone levitating off of a bed and speaking tongues to me feels scarier than fucking crazy spider woman on the wall.
Okay.
If I have to imagine it now, like I don't want crazy spider woman up here in the corner either. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right. Yeah.
But I think I would be so astounded that that is the one out of all the things that popped up that I would just be like, well, surrender. Like I'm bored. Kill me. You know, this is it. I
Yeah.
can't run away from you. It's
No.
over. And she's also like, bro, like 9 feet long, right? She has like super extended limbs and shit. So like something of that size, a being of that size up in the corner, like I'm just done. I'm not even gonna try to run. Running will just scare me more. So like,
Honestly, yeah.
let's get down.
Just
I'm
just gonna stand there and face it. Yeah.
I'm definitely the guy that dies first if I'm there at all, because like most of the shit I'm leaving.
Probably
You know what I mean?
leaving.
I'm
After the
out of
first
there.
thing, I'm like, I don't care what we were doing. I'm not doing it anymore.
We're not doing it here. We're not
Yeah.
doing it here. We can do something else somewhere different. But if I am there, like, bro, we're just fighting. I'm not a fast runner. I'm not gonna run away from you. And like if
Mm-hmm.
I'm in this trap of a house or whatever, like you've obviously planned for me to try to get out. So like I'm gonna make it as hard for you as possible. We're fighting. And if you win, you win. If I win, I win. But you're not gonna get out clean.
One of us is leaving here alive. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's either you
Exactly.
or me, but it's only one of us. Yeah, I feel the same way about horror movies that are around home invasions and things like these are arguably the most realistic of the horror movie genres, because it is just a
Home
nefarious
invasion.
human being breaking into your home or coming after you or your kids or whatever, right? um the Strangers comes to mind.
But that's
Funny
a true story
Games,
though, right?
things like that.
Strangers is supposed to be
I
based on something real. I can't remember what story it is, but like evidently that
Yeah,
happened to some people.
yeah, it I think it's very loosely based on like
Well, right,
a home
yeah,
invasion thing that happens in the woods and some people end up dead, and I don't think they found, I think this is me trying to go from memory, so take this with a grain of salt, but I believe the story is more about them just finding a dead family in a house, and like the police never really solved what happened.
and they
And
just
so
came up
this
with
is like a
whatever sounded
creative
good.
liberty of yeah, of like these people with these masks show up and like torment them and blah blah.
I see.
So I think in real life we have no clue what happened to the people out there, but those have a hard time like scaring me because absolutely that it's like I'm just not super afraid of other humans. And maybe it's because I'm armed as well, and it's like at the end of the day, if we both got guns, it's about who's going to be smarter with it, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be smarter with it than the random person trying to break into my house. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And if I'm not, then like, and me, I guess,
Then good job. Yeah,
it's
I
a
mean,
very
Viking
short
rules,
movie.
dude.
Yeah,
It's a short movie. Yeah, because we're gonna end up facing off quickly, and one of us is gonna end up dead or incapacitated extremely fast.
exactly.
Yeah, so like a lot of those movies rely on like the person being very scared and more oriented on hiding slash running away than oriented on resisting. But this is also, I mean, we both have to recognize that this is our over 6 foot bulky man privilege that we that we're there's not a lot of people on this earth that are in a position to be particularly intimidating to us. So like
That's fair.
if
That is
if
very
like a
fair.
6'8", 320 pound giant dude was coming after me, I might be a little bit more afraid. It might be a little more interested in running away. You know what I'm
I
saying? But
mean,
if
I
it's
might
like
just pull the
another
trigger more
6 foot
times.
skinny guy or that, right. Because a lot of times these horror guys are not like strangers is like four, maybe mid-20s people. It's like
Yeah.
nah, I'm not nah. I don't care if you have a crossbow and shit. Like nah, I'm not that afraid. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
especially in my 20s, or
Yeah, yeah. It's like
these
tell
younger
you what,
people. It's like I already feel invincible.
very very kind of that Viking Valhalla approach where it's like, all right, we doing this. I mean, if you
Yeah.
guys are committed to doing this, we're doing this, and whoever's going is going. But
Yeah.
it's gonna
You've
be
committed. I've got to commit now. It's going to be a whole thing.
yeah. So I also don't really find those movies all that scary. But like the stuff that gets me is kind of the same way. I need to feel helpless in the situation.
Yes.
So if you can get me helpless, and usually like ghosts and possessions and stuff does that, because again, it's like you can't really prove that that doesn't exist. There are strong arguments that it doesn't exist, but you can't really prove it. And like part of
Exactly.
me goes, we be seeing a lot of men randomly murdering their whole family and killing themselves and
We
like
see a
shit
lot of
like
crazy
that. And it's
shit.
like, you don't know that there wasn't some kind of demon possession, something going on there. Like everybody
I'm
involved in the
saying.
situation's dead. So maybe some Amityville horror style stuff, or I think The
Oh, bro.
Conjuring, the first Conjuring has a similar scenario where like the house makes the family go crazy.
I think what scares me about like one-on-one combat with some of these things is just the dreams I've had where one-on-one combat doesn't, those dreams where like you're in a fight but all your punches are like you're just weak, like all your
Mm,
punches are pillows, you know what I mean?
hmm
I And I've had that dream so many times that I feel like it's going to happen to me in real life. It doesn't mean that I'm not fighting. I am just genuinely afraid that like all of my strength will leave my body and I'm just like gently caressing this thing with my punches as I
Go
try to.
away.
Yes,
Go away.
stop.
Yeah. And like sometimes you get in a scenario where it's like, would you just be paralyzed by fear?
If it's a
You know,
spider, then yes.
depending on what it is. Yeah. Cause like, so like it would be horrible for you to deal with because it
Yes.
uses your phobia. And same with me. If it came at me as a giant cockroach, I would just pass away. I would
Yeah,
just
I would
die.
die
My
from a
soul
heart
would
attack.
leave my
Yeah,
body. Yeah, I would just die right there in that instant.
without a
Like
doubt.
there's
Yeah.
nothing.
A big
Yeah, there's
spider
it's over.
pops my door off and walks into the room.
With the
Dead
creepy
instantly.
legs like coming. Ugh, ugh.
Dead
No,
instantly, bro.
I'm
We don't
like,
even have to
okay,
talk
yeah,
about
it's
it.
over. It's
Yeah,
over.
I
Yeah,
can't fight it.
no,
I'm
yeah.
not even going to try. Just take me. Just take
Just
me.
closing my eyes and tensing up a whole bunch. Like, please don't let this hurt very much. Yeah, 100%. So helplessness is important, but I feel like horror movies are doing all kinds of different things, and we're seeing more like folk horror pop up, which is fun.
Interesting. Yeah,
I
stuff
like
tied to
folklore.
old legends and whatnot.
Yeah, it's less scary to me ultimately, but it's more interesting, like infinitely more interesting to see movies about like a Wendigo or like actual witches or, old folk tales. The like SCP, I think, is that what it is? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Those like
yeah.
creature things,
Yep.
stuff like that. Like I think that's fun.
That kind of stuff is interesting, if only to like dive into the things that people were believing back
Mhm.
in the origins of these societies. I was just watching,
Mhm.
legitimately, like an hour before now, was watching a documentary on exploring the Mariana Trench,
Ooh.
and they got into like the fact that people truly believed in like these giant sea creatures like coming up and taking boats away and whatnot,
Mhm.
or like mermaids that they had seen, and like tying some of that back to some of the creatures that we just still don't like have either recently discovered or still just don't know about in the ocean. The
Mhm.
fact that we know like this much of a percentage of the things that even live in the ocean, where we know
Mhm.
more about like the sediment of the sand on Mars, is
Isn't that
crazy to me.
crazy?
Yeah,
That's so crazy. We know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the bottom of the ocean.
straight up,
Like,
straight up.
it's genuinely terrifying. And you hear it's super creepy, especially after the discovery of the giant squid, right?
Oh yeah,
Like once they found out that was real and we've now seen like living ones, it's like I totally get why there are Kraken stories because
dude. They were talking about
the
the
only
biggest
ones
one
we've
we
ever
found
seen are
is like
juveniles.
13 meters,
And
and they
it's a
were
juvenile.
juveniles.
Yeah.
Yes, 13 meters, bro.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh, that
Especially in
is
a world
fucking
where like
huge.
human sea traffic was at a minimum and you
Yeah,
get out into open ocean, there's absolutely a world where there's a 30-meter long giant squid
bro. The
that
juveniles
pops
are
up.
45 feet long.
Like,
You know what I mean?
it's
40. I'm
insane.
6 foot, and I think I'm big. 45
That's
feet long.
that's a multiple story building.
Yeah,
That's like a
that's like
four-story building.
crushing my house. That is
Yeah.
enveloping and crushing my house. That's
Yeah.
insane. That is scary. You know what? That's a kraken, bro. That
It
is
is a
straight up a
Kraken.
kraken.
That's exactly what a Kraken is. Yeah.
Like we're talking about being able to like take out this section of my room. They absolutely could pop up, grab a fucking 1400s, 1300s galleon and drag it down into the ocean with them if they wanted to. So you know
Yeah.
what? Those big ass sea creatures did exist. Those sea
They
monsters that they talked about.
they sure as shit did. They sure as shit did. Because I just saw recently they released the discovery of a potential like super giant, like prehistoric squid
Really?
that was big enough to kill a mosasaur.
Oh my
Like,
god.
yeah, giant, giant fucking things. And it's like if you think about, because if you go even further back to where a lot of these legends come from, we're talking multiple thousands BCE. Like we're talking way before anything like a galleon or a modern sailing ship or like, well, I say modern, but like the typical sailing ship that comes to mind, pirate era, 16th, 17th, even
Yeah,
14th, 15th century ships.
capable of
Um,
intercontinental travel. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, these were essentially longboats. Like they were relatively low to the water. They were long, like a huge squid that's longer than the ship that you're on could absolutely turn that thing over, right?
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Like easy
Shit, a
peasy, it would
fucking
tear that whole ship up and probably
an
everyone's
orca whale
dying.
could do that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On those longboats. Easy.
Yeah, exactly. So like they absolutely did have real sea monsters and like we still do. They're just less dangerous because our ships are the size of small cities. So like
Yeah. No joke.
like even though it's a 40-foot squid, it's still, you know, minuscule compared to the cruise ship
Compared to
or
the ship.
the shipping, yeah, the like container ship or something that it's next to.
Not to mention we're
Um
traveling so much faster now. Oh
way
my
faster.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah,
really they're
yeah.
just getting squished. is what's going on.
Yeah, or just learning to avoid it altogether. So yeah, it's scary stuff in the ocean for sure, man. They need a good. They have a couple. Don't get me wrong, they exist, but they need like a good deep sea horror movie to come back out. Like I can't think of one that's come
Interesting.
out at any time recently.
A deep sea horror movie like we're talking about, that deep? I don't know.
Yeah,
Is there one? Finding Nemo? I don't know.
there's a yeah, right. The scene where they go into the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, you know,
yeah.
I actually can't think of many like sea horror movies outside of Jaws and Deep Blue Sea right now. It's all just sharks, man. It's
Shark
all
movies.
sharks. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Kristen Stewart movie where she is like an engineer. Okay, the movie's called Underwater. She's like this engineer on a ocean surface base. So
Okay.
like it's very you go down in stages, you get pressurized, and then you just live down there because you have to stay pressurized, right?
Wow.
So it doesn't make sense for you to come back up. Which is akin to what deep sea divers and stuff do when they're in like long suspended like work projects and stuff. They'll go down and they'll live in little tanks under the water so they don't have to depressurize and repressurize over and over again because it
Is
takes
what you're talking
hours.
about a real thing though? Like the other that like a base that you live in where you pressurize at different levels and just live at the deepest level?
Real in the sense that yes, this exists and it exists for like deep sea divers and stuff who do work like
Okay.
this, but not real in the sense of what is actually depicted in the movie.
Okay.
So just to
They're
be clear,
depicting like a like an underwater city where people go and live.
little more futuristic, not that big. It's a small like research base, so it's not like a huge thing. It's akin to like an Antarctic base or something like that. Like there's
Okay,
a few
I see.
rooms, there's like a cantina and like some things um, where like maybe a few people could live together. But it is like a very small. Ultimately, it's a small thing, and I'm pretty sure she's by herself. I don't know if she has other people with her that die throughout the film, but she spends a lot of the movie alone in this scenario, and they're all the way down. It says I'm looking at the little thing. It says they're 77 miles deep.
Ooh,
Like that's how
fuck.
deep they are. Yeah,
Damn.
and she has to deal with this big fucking sea monster thing that pops up, and like that was pretty terrifying. The movie itself borderlines a little too sci-fi for it to get all that scary to me,
Hmm.
but like if you made a movie about some deep sea divers that go down to repair like a an oil line or like those internet cables, that they just ran across the ocean and they just dropped
Yeah.
them. So they're just on the bottom. And like no one's ever really been all the way down there because they didn't go place them by hand. They just let them go and
They
let
just
them
put him
fall.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. So like if you made a story about that where they have to like make this temporary pod and maybe a team of like 5 or 6 deep sea divers have to go down and stay in that pod for a month or 2 months while they do some work or some shit, you can make that terrifying as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
See, I feel like the fear of equipment failure is scarier in that situation to me
That's
than
part
like
of it,
some
you
deep
know.
sea monster. Yeah, because honestly, I don't I don't know if it's ever been accurately described to me what dying from water pressure is like, but I can
Mm,
imagine it's probably one of the worst things imaginable.
yeah. I think depending on the scenario, if you're as deep as we're talking, like that's going to be instant. Like
You
snap of
think?
the finger, you're just gone. Oh, I know for sure. Like 1,000%, because there's a story. This is horrible. This is horrific. So trigger warning, I guess, if anybody doesn't want to hear this. But this is a real situation. There were deep sea divers, like I was talking about, and they were working on, I believe, an oil rig, like underneath an oil rig, and they were a good lot of meters down. As you go through, I'm sure you're familiar with the pressure and like the bends and stuff, right? So as you go
Oh yeah.
down, your body gets pressurized to the underwater pressure, which condenses the air in your blood, nitrogen, I think specifically, condenses the nitrogen in your blood. So the dangerous thing about this is that as you come back up, if you come back up too quickly, all of that condensed nitrogen expands, and it'll start to expand to like atmospheric pressure, at which point a ton of bubbles and stuff just develop in your blood, and you kind of pop from the inside. It's really, really bad. It's
Christ.
horrible if that were to happen. So if you were super, super deep and pressurized and something like rocketed you up out of the water, it would kill you. And that would be
Sure.
horribly unpleasant. And it's not, from what I understand, it's not particularly fast.
Oof.
Like you're going to suffer through quite a bit of that,
That
which
sounds
sounds
terrible.
horrible.
As your organs
Um,
explode.
yeah. But if you have a pressure issue all the way down at the bottom, then the pressure is so high, it's almost like an explosion. Like it's just immediate
You can be
collapse.
like an implosion,
Yeah.
like an immediate implosion of your structure.
Yeah, kind of exactly, right? Which is akin to what happened to Ocean Gate, right? When they did
Yeah.
eventually, and that's the scariest part is as you realize it's starting to fail, but it doesn't fail immediately, like it fails over time. So you're just sitting there waiting for that instant death.
Oof.
But there were some divers working in a pressurized scenario, and I believe they were receiving like a shipment or something. I can't remember exactly what the scenario is, but while they're down there, they're existing in this like container that's connected via like this airlock. Um, and the airlock has to be closed on one side before it can be opened on the other because the pressure difference is so great, it would cause that like explosive decompression, right? If that seal is broken, or both sides are open at the same time, it'll immediately try to equalize, and that would destroy everything in the pods, right?
Yeah.
And that happened. One of the guys accidentally opened one of the sides when the seal wasn't done, and it immediately killed everybody in there. Like,
Jeez.
just instantly killed. I think it was 7 people in this pod thing. All of them died. Like the guy who was at the latch, I think got like pulled through the latch and was like pulled through this really small gap and was like liquefied.
Oh my
Like
gosh.
like it's
Liquefied is
horrific.
crazy,
It's
bro.
horrific.
I
Yeah.
mean, that sounds horrific just because of the aftermath, but I mean, instant death has to
If
be
you
one of the best
experience
ways to
it,
go.
right, right. As
You
long as
know
there's
what I
not that
mean?
impending dread. Yeah. Like if you were
Yes.
just playing cards with somebody and then just boop, black, like nothing.
Fine.
And that's kind of what it
Yeah.
would be like. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool with that. Wow. Maybe less scared of submarine now. Maybe not.
Maybe
I
not.
have something a little bit more lighthearted for us, Kevin. My God,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
got really gross and heavy really quick.
It did.
But we
We got
started
into
talking
horror
about horror.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how it goes.
Yep.
I have a hot take. Maybe not hot, maybe lukewarm. Maybe I'm late to this.
I
Who
guess we'll see.
knows?
I'll be the judge of
I
that.
I think that corn categories I think that porn categories were I
I
sensitized
followed
that
either
on
way.
accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Were created exclusively by white folks to navigate their like gross eccentricities.
Interesting.
Let that settle. Okay. Now, first off, here's why I think.
Okay.
Couple of reasons. Really, mostly two. Reason number one, no creativity in the name of these categories, bro. Like, very straightforward shit. I mean, come on, bro. Let's talk about just one, right? Double penetration. Ew, icky. Sounds gross. Like big scientific words. You can't even say penetration without a group
It's
of
a
school children laughing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah. If it were, let's put it in the realm of some people of color, people who invent the music that we listen to today historically and are, really, really creative. Like, two holes, two poles. You know what I mean? Would have been
I
like a
was
great
wondering
take.
what your alternatives were going to
Just
be.
like there's plenty of alternatives to make this
Two
sound
holes, two
way
poles.
better than double fucking
At least
penetration.
make it rhyme. You know what I mean? What are
I'm
we doing?
saying, dude. What
What are
are
we
we
doing
doing
out
here?
here?
And then like we
Hmm.
got lazy towards the end once we like started getting even more perverse, fucking gangbang and shit. It doesn't even sound cool. Like
Ooh,
there
it
are
does
way
rhyme
cooler
though.
ways. It does rhyme. We got
Hey,
better at rhyming. We
we're
started
getting
listening to some more
baby
music.
steps, baby
Baby
steps, people.
steps. All right, so that's reason number one. Not inventive, not creative at all, using way too many scientific terms to describe something that overall does not need to be scientific.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Reason number two, bro, half of the categories are just describing races that aren't white.
Right. Yeah, there's
What do you,
not,
what do you, there's not a white
white
category.
category.
There's not,
There
because it's
isn't.
just called porn. There's ebony, Asian, German. They even go as far, it's
Latina.
specifically American white men, because we even go as
That's true.
far as describing European whites as something different. Like, come on, bro. It has
That's
to
true.
be, because to black people, ebony porn is just fucking porn. To Asian people, Asian porn is just fucking
It's just
porn.
porn.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
These categories
that's
were made
funny.
by white people, and you can't tell me anything differently.
If you ever needed evidence of the impact, maybe even the unintentional impact of the like white supremacist slash American exceptionalism thing, that's a pretty good example. It's like
Porn
you
categories,
realize that
man.
we just call it porn when it's two white people, specifically when it's a white man and a white woman, that is called porn. It's
Yep.
just the general blanket term. But then if you switch that up in any way, we are now adding a second qualifier in there
There has
somewhere.
to be
Like
a
it's either
category. We have to
interracial,
tell
right?
you,
Or yeah,
because we don't want your poor little white eyes to accidentally see
to
something that you
actually
don't
see
want to
some
see.
unwhite
So we
shit.
got to, yeah, we got to categorize all of this other shit as not porn. This is not just porn. This is ebony porn, right? This is
That's too funny.
interracial porn. You know what I'm saying? You want to see some Asians? Guess what? We have an Asian porn corner right over here for you, away from all of the regular porn, right? This
Yeah.
is where regular people are fucking. This is where you can see some weird shit where some other people that aren't the same color as you fuck.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy. It also, I think, speaks volumes of how we tend to fetishize other races and stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
It's like, oh, you're into Asian women. That's like a thing. That's like a fetish of yours.
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah. You might want to keep that secret. There's another category over here for that.
yeah, right. It's so weird. It's so weird. I've never thought about that. And I'm hesitant to ask the scenario you were in when you thought about this, but
It
but I
was
do think it's a good
legitimately a
point.
shower thought. It was legitimately a shower thought. I'm not like a frequent porn watcher, right? But it was like I'm sitting in the shower. What am I going to talk on the podcast about? Next week. Um,
Yeah.
you know what? Porn categories are kind of weird. Like, I don't know. Listen, we've discussed that. I can't explain why things pop into my head and why I say the things that I say. Maybe this is one of
Look,
them.
we're all
Okay.
along for the ride. Okay.
Yeah. Just, chalk it up to the fact that you get entertained by it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, straight up, I just, I realized that white porn is just called porn, and
Hmm.
everything else is classified to be able to, yeah, navigate
Like
white people's
differentiate it.
fetishes. Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of weird. I imagine it's not like that everywhere in the world, but it is here.
I think, man, I hate to say, I'm pretty sure that shit just gets universal real quick. I mean, man, what don't white people own? You know what I mean?
That damn colonialism, right?
That damn colonialism.
Yeah, 100%. Even though apparently we're trying to get back there. Some people in our country were fans of colonialism and want to continue, and not here for that.
Weird.
But we don't get political on this show, or at
We
least we
don't.
try really hard not to.
We try fucking
Very
hard.
hard.
And I tell
Hard
you
to do
what,
these days, honestly.
yeah, in a show where we're like recording this like week over week for you to see, and we're trying not to talk about current events, but new content is mostly current events. It is so
Hmm.
hard not to talk about or talk about
Not to
some
talk
of the
about.
some of the fucking stupidity going on really across the world politically. but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
It's all fucking stupid.
Yeah, who knows?
Um,
Maybe we'll run out of topics and have talked about music for the 700th time, and then we'll go, okay, maybe we can talk about something that happened in the news.
yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if you are just joining us, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. If you're not just joining us, you may have noticed we took a little bit of a hiatus. We've been saying every week, it turned into every other week, and then it's been like 2 weeks since we posted. I want to say that I'm sorry about that, but you know what? I'm not. Listen, life happens. We're both living a life. Are you paying us
It
to do
does.
this? No, you're not. No one's paying us to do this. Until
No,
you
you're
decide to
not.
pay us to do this, we're going to do it at our own time. Right now, we're targeting every other week. You can see us every other Monday because you know what? We got shit to do on the weekends. We can't do this every fucking weekend, but we do still enjoy it. And we're happy that you're here. And if you are here, subscribe. And if you keep on subscribing and there's enough of you that subscribes, guess what? That might bump up to every week that you
We
see
can do
us.
more.
You never
Mm-hmm.
know. You
You
never know.
never
I figured
know.
I'd go for like a middle of the episode plea for people to subscribe and pay us so we can do this more often.
Okay, I hear it. Also, it's a good segue into things happening in our lives because, as you're aware, I have a huge project going on at the house that is very
Yeah,
nearly done. So I can't wait for that.
finally.
um crazy crazy expensive, but I think we're only a couple of weeks out from being completely finished, which is exciting. It looks so much better back there. For anybody who doesn't know, I had to do a lot of repairs on the exterior of our house, so we hired a company. We needed to re-pour our driveway. We needed to re-pour like all the pool decking around our pool. We had to resurface and retile the pool. We needed to get our sprinkler system fixed. So we've had like all these big exterior projects going on in the house for a long time, and we're finally nearing the end. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait. We're definitely doing a summer party. We're for sure doing 4th of July. We might end up doing like
Nice.
what's coming up? Is it Memorial Day? Something coming up?
Oh, yeah, yeah. At the end of May.
Another 3 day weekend coming up. We might do something around there. It kind of depends. But yeah, that's so exciting, man. Really, really excited for that to get almost done. It looks so much better back there. I'll have to share some pictures.
Yeah, for sure. Your last 4th of July party was banging, even though your pool was slipping off into
It's
oblivion.
still kind
For
of
those
fucked
of you
up.
that
Yeah.
don't know, he has to fix all this stuff because his house is slipping off the edge of the earth. Um,
Yeah.
So luckily now he's fixed it to where his house will not slip off the edge of the earth. For all of you
Yes.
flat earthers out there, or just slip off the edge of the mountain that he lives on, for people who understand that the earth is not flat.
Mountain is generous. Mountain is very generous.
Yeah,
But I'll
we live in
take it.
Texas. It's like a small. It's
Whatever.
a
Yeah,
knoll.
it's
It's
a
a grassy knoll.
it's hardly even a hill. More like a bump in the ground. But enough to cause some foundation and other problems for us. So we love that.
What a pain
But
in the
yeah,
ass, man.
almost done. In maybe even equally exciting news, I had a development over the last couple of days because I got a little bit of a wild hair. This is adjacent to the horror movie thing, so I should have maybe segued it off of that. That probably would have been a better segue. But anyway, got the idea for a new tattoo.
Oh, you know what? I was going to talk about tattoos, so I'm glad that you brought it up. It could have been a whole different podcast, but here we are. Tell me about your
Okay.
idea for a tattoo.
So we watched recently. Our friend Desiree was in town, and she had not seen the new Robert Eggers Nosferatu movie.
Okay.
I love that movie. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's great. Uh, and so while I was watching it, I was like, man, I've been thinking just over the last few months or so, I've been thinking about getting more tattoos because I just have the one on my back, and I got that forever ago, and I'm like, it's kind of there without any context. I want to maybe complete something around that and make like a bit of a back piece for it. But I've also always wanted things on like my shoulders. I think I want to do like maybe a half sleeve, potentially a full sleeve. We'll kind of see how that goes. We'll see how much I enjoy all of this other stuff that I'm thinking about doing. And amidst thinking about that and watching this movie, I was like, man, it would be so dope to get the like Nosferatu shadow hand. If you see the movie or like any of the any of the promotional stuff about the movie. His shadow is like really important. It like affects whenever he's interacting with things and he's not actually on screen. And so his hand comes up a lot. There's like a big scene where his giant shadow hand is like reaching over the city. And I was like, I want to get like that, like the creepy hand silhouette, but within the silhouette, I want a scene from the movie. It's the scene where Willem Dafoe is standing in front of a sarcophagus, the Nosferatu sarcophagus, right after he lit it on fire. And so the scene in the movie is Willem standing in this like crypt with this sarcophagus in front of him, just billowing flames, and he's got like his arms spread. There are a bunch of there are a bunch of rats from the room just kind of like pouring toward the camera while the camera's like slowly zooming back on that image, and it's such a cool image. And I was like, man, I want that, and I want it to like turn into the shadow hand. So I'm gonna get it on my calf, on my like the right calf on the
Ouch.
outside, and it's gonna
Yeah.
go up my leg, and like the hand
Oh.
is kind of reaching up my leg, like
Ooh.
toward my head.
Towards your head.
Yeah,
Indeed.
just to
Towards the
help you
head.
orient toward the knee, toward the thigh, whatever, but just
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. One of the heads for sure. That's really interesting. That's honestly way more complex than any tattoo I thought you were going to describe.
I like
Also,
mural style tattoos. Yeah.
I like instantly had the because I think this is like a common reaction for people. And it shouldn't be for me because I have lots of tattoos that are basically meaningless. I had like the instant reaction to be like, so what does that mean to you? You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
like, who cares? If it means something, it does. If you just like the way it looks and you want it on your body, you like the way it looks and want it on your body.
Yeah, permanent art, baby. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, I think it'd be very cool. And like in the vein, the tattoo I currently have is Aku from Samurai Jack, which is like the things that mean things to me that I like. I guess it's art that means something to me. That's where the meaning comes
That's fair.
from. It's
Yeah.
art that means something to me, and I like that art so much I want to carry it with me. So
I I think I just like having things on my skin.
yeah, like just cool shit.
Just cool
Uh,
shit on my skin. I like looking cool. I don't know. I think
yeah,
I I like have enough money to like pay for tattoos. I just never like buckle down and go and get them. You know what I mean?
that's kind of where I'm at.
It's just
Yeah,
one of those things like if I have to choose to spend money on something, like tattoos is not the first thing that pops in my head. But I have forever wanted basically a full suit. I would like from ankles to neck to be all
dang,
tattoos.
dang, that's a commitment for sure.
Yeah, like you see the like yakuza like
Hmm.
full suit. Like I would love that. I would love to run something like that. I have like probably 20 tattoos that are just like
Hmm.
individual pieces that I saw that I liked and
Yeah,
wanted to
like
put on my
sticker
skin.
tattoos and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
I will forever wish that I had been a little bit more planned out in the way that I did things and gone for like larger, like more encompassing body pieces.
Yeah. And there's, I mean, some of those that you have, you could potentially cover up with a
Oh,
larger,
for
more
sure.
encompassing, like mural style piece. I've always been more of a fan of the bigger mural works of art than like, not is like a general or objective take, like just my personal, what I would put on my body kind of take. I like the mural stuff more than like the sticker style tattoos, but
Yeah.
sticker style tattoos are cool. And I know a lot of people that have a lot of those, and some of them are fucking really dope. Like that grants a certain freedom that mural style tattoos don't. You kind of need a consistent theme and like through line for murals for it to not look just horrible, to have like just random shit next to each other, right? So it's a little bit more limiting there, but I got this idea. Mostly I've wanted like chest, back, shoulders, and arms. That's been the thing I've like always wanted to get covered.
Yeah. Lots of upper body.
Yeah, never really thought too much about lower body, but getting something on the leg, this specific piece I decided I wanted, and I was like, I don't really care where it has to go. I just want it, and I want it to look good. And I think the shape of it and everything, because it's kind of long and thin, makes sense for it to be on the leg, and it would be cool to have it visible when I wear shorts,
I
shit like
see.
that. So, and it's a good big open piece of real estate for me, to get it on. That wouldn't be weird. It was kind of either that or like on my side, like reaching
Oof.
up into my armpit or something. And it's like, that
Ooh.
looks horrible. And I don't think that would be like a good spot, or it looks like it would be horrible to get that tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I would like that spot. So
Can I say, I've been tattooed a lot of places, my friend, and probably the worst to date has been my calf, hands down.
interesting.
I don't know why, but
It's just not
like,
fatty at all.
yeah, man. Some tattoos, they feel like, some tattoos feel like little needle pricks. Some
Mm-hmm.
tattoos is just kind of like, kind of dull pain. Some of it just kind of feels like vibrating, you know what I mean? And you're able to tune it out pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Getting tattooed on my calf felt like someone was taking a scalpel and just opening my calf over and over and over again. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it has been the most sharp, searing pain that I've gotten out of a tattoo so far.
Yeah, I know that feeling well. That is the first attempt at my outline that happened in your
Oh
apartment
my
feeling.
God. The 3 hours to get this much of a line done that was
Yeah.
carved into your back. Yeah,
And that
I'll
was
never
after
forget
like
that.
another 4 hours of being at a different place
Yeah,
first and then traveling to your place to do that. So
dude,
yeah,
they were
like at
carving it
this
so
point,
deep your skin was left on the table. Like there were skin
yeah,
flecks everywhere where you had just been scarred.
the tattoo artist I got that actually finished the piece was just so astonished at like how poorly it was done. And so yeah, after that, like I feel like my tolerance for a tattoo pain is like, trust me, you will finish this entire tattoo. Even if the whole thing hurts as bad as that did, it will still probably take you less time to do this entire tattoo
Exactly.
than that did. And at least
Straight
I'll have a
up.
tattoo at the end of it and not 3/4 of an outline where it looked like I bitched out after 15 minutes or something like that. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. An
Um,
ambitious first tattoo for you, by the way.
it was
I
an
want my
ambitious first
entire upper
tattoo.
back to be covered in heavy
Just
black.
black, just as black as you can make it. Yeah.
Yeah,
If anybody is familiar with Aku as a character, if you're not, look him up. But it is just black, no detail, nothing, just
just
thick,
black.
bold black lines. Um, so yeah, that was an ambitious tattoo. I am a little bit nervous about this one hurting. I've also heard that like newer tattoo artists and stuff are better at being light-handed and it not
Oh, a
being quite
thousand
as
percent.
painful.
Yeah.
And so I've been so obsessed with this for the last couple of weeks that I actually pulled the trigger and scheduled an appointment.
Whoa.
Yeah, deposit down and everything. So it's happening on June 16th and June 17th. I
What
believe it's two
studio did you go
sessions.
with?
I went with Eden Tattoos,
Don't
which
know
is a
it.
studio in Plano, I think, that's started by Deanna from Ink Masters.
Okay, very cool.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, let me find it's Eden Body Art Studios. Okay, it's in Dallas. It's just off Preston. Eden Body Art Studios. And I was scrolling through because, like, as we just kind of touched on, I'm through with the cheap tattoo. Just get it done because I want it approach. Fuck that. This is a detailed tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
It's a specific request. I want it to look good. I want it to have detail. I want it to pop. I want to be happy with it for the rest of my life. So I was like you said, a big part of my hesitation since I got this tattoo for any other tattoos has been they're just expensive, and like it didn't make sense for me to spend the money on that. But luckily, I'm in a much better position now, and like I have enough money. I have enough money that I can afford to just go get a good
Go get a
tattoo.
tattoo. Yeah.
So I was looking through Instagram for artists in Dallas, and I found an artist that works at Eden. Her name is Jess Reef, and she does really awesome, like detailed, like realism, black and gray. She does pop culture stuff. She
Nice.
has like a series of these like black and gray or black and gray with color scenes inside Gothic architecture. And I was like, and she
Mm.
likes horror movies and does like horror movie content. I was like, this is perfect. This is like all of the genres
This
of
is
things
the
that I want.
person. Yeah.
So I was like, this would be great. So I reached out to the studio and filled out a thing. And they called me. So this place you book by session, which I am
Yeah.
not super familiar with this, and I was kind of used to hourly, but they're like, no, you book a whole day. They only work on your tattoo that day. You get the whole day with them.
Whoa.
Yeah, like you come in, they're like, expect to be there about 9 hours with like 6 to 8 hours of tattooing, and the other time spent on like the design and like aligning on what you want and stuff like that.
Damn.
And that's one session. They recommended it might take 2 sessions to get the tattoo that I want done. So I went ahead and booked 2 sessions, but Jess unfortunately was not available until like the end of the year, like November,
Oh
December.
shit.
And so the girl I was talking to on the phone, who was super nice and helpful, said they had a couple other artists at the studio. And she was like, are you, locked in on Jess? Can it only be Jess, or are you open to other artists? And I was like, look, I just found Jess on Instagram. I don't really know anything about her aside from it looks like the work she does would align with the type of tattoo I want. And she goes, well, we have a couple other guys. One of them is Sam McLeese or McAleese. He's from Northern Ireland, and he's moving to Dallas to work at this body art studio at Eden. Like they had him come like do a residency or whatever. Like I don't know what it's called, but he had come tattooed out of their studio before, but they finally convinced him to move here and work full time at the studio.
Wow.
And she was like, he's brand new. I was doing this a couple days ago, and she was like, we just literally, actually yesterday, she goes, just today we opened his schedule. So he doesn't have any bookings. His first available slot is June 16th through 17th.
Soon.
Yeah. And I was like, hell yeah. So I looked him up on Instagram, and dude, this guy has such cool tattoos. Can we do like a screen share? Can I show you some of his work?
You sure can. There's buttons for that even.
Yeah, let me pull him up. Ooh. So here we go. For anybody listening, sorry you won't be able to see this, but if you're watching, boom. So this is him. This is the work that he does.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And so he's got like bright colors. He likes horror
Very
movies.
vibrant. Yeah.
So he does like good horror movie stuff. He's got like, look at this tattoo, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty
This is
incredible.
so good. Like it's so detailed. Um, video. Hold on, let me get to just some of the images of his tattoos. Yeah, I mean, look at these, man.
Jeez.
He's got tons of awards. He
Is that
does
Lord
like
of the Rings over there?
yeah. He's got a couple. Which one? This one?
Yeah, look at
Yeah.
that.
Look at this, dude. Sam carrying Frodo, little Frodo face, little King of the Dead face.
I like that shit.
Yeah, dude, he's got a bunch. He's got a bunch of really cool stuff. And he does these like surrealist images. Look, another Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
So
Good
dope.
portrait work too, honestly.
Amazing portrait work. Yeah, and his colors are so bright. He also has this like unique neon kind of style that he does with these
Yeah.
like really
That's
bright
crazy.
characters. And yeah, and Sam was like, it'd be so cool if the fire was like super bright and neon-y and like
Glowy like
causing all
that.
these
Yeah.
glowy reflections and stuff on things. He does like such
Ooh.
great detailed work. You know
His
what I'm
work with
saying?
light is amazing. I don't know that I've seen much like that
I
without
mean,
the use of like UV colors.
yeah, like isn't that crazy? He's got there's one with like a star, this kind of neon one
Yeah,
right
that's so
here.
good.
It's so good. And they were and the receptionist or the scheduler was talking to me about him, and she's like, he's just got here. Like, honestly, this sounds right up his alley. He loves horror movies like this. He loves doing like pop culture things. I think it's a really creative piece. She was like, kind of selfishly, I would love for you to book him in his first session, because this would be such a badass tattoo for him to come and have his very first tattoo at Eden as like a permanent artist to be this. And because he's new, his rate is like significantly lower than Jess's and everybody's. So
Nice.
I'm
Even
getting
better.
a huge deal, because absolutely this guy is easily worth thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And I am paying a
Hell
couple
yeah.
$1,000s for this, but um
That's what you
still
expect out of
easily
a big
he's worth
tattoo, though.
so much, especially out of a big tattoo, and especially of one of this caliber. Like,
That's
just so
amazing.
good, dude.
Even the like girly Galaxy Rose thing. Like I kind of like the like
Like this.
celestial stuff. Nah, the
Oh,
one
the
on the
galaxy
far.
one.
Yeah, yeah. Like I kind of like the
Yeah.
celestial thing too, and that's pretty fucking amazing, man.
It's so good, dude. He's got so many. And look, he's won like all these awards.
I bet he
Um,
has.
yeah, he's got just such amazingly good work. And I saw this, like we looked it up. Look, he's got Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War too. So I'm
Nice,
also thinking about
nice.
getting him to do a Gears of War tattoo for me. Because that's cool as shit too.
That is really cool.
Um, like so much, dude. Look at this. Ooh,
Yeah, see, that's right up my alley. I might be going to this guy too.
dude, I'm happy. I'll let you know how it goes. She said he's like super nice. He's
I
really
like that
friendly,
too.
and
Damn.
like you would never guess that he loves horror movies because he's so nice.
I okay.
um,
Horror
I was
horror
like,
movie people
yeah,
are assholes. Is that what
I
that
guess
means?
so. I guess so. But God, like, look at this. It's like enchanting. And so I
It
was looking
is.
through this on the call, and I was like, fuck it. Yes. I was like, yes, this
Yeah.
guy seems perfect.
Sign me
Like,
up. I'll pay
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. Cause like, man,
It's the light that really gets me. It's the ones where he's playing around with like really strong light that is just amazing. I don't even
this
understand
isn't,
how you do it. I know it is all color and shading, but it's like, how
yeah.
do you make it look like it's literally glowing? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. Sorry for the French
And can
bulldog
you
that
do
decided to
that?
come in here and snore.
Whatever. Can you do that on darker skin? Is going to be my first question. What can you
That's the
do
thing.
to
Yeah.
make things glow on darker skin? Hook me up.
Yeah. I don't know if he has any examples on darker skin.
He lives in
Um,
Ireland, so there's not a lot, there's not a
so
lot to
probably
deal
not a
with.
ton. Though I
Yeah,
imagine with work at this level, he had people travel. I mean, dang, some of these are just so
Pyramid
cool,
Head.
so good. Um, yeah, this one really got me. I was like, and it demonstrates the like Gothic architecture stuff too. Just great detail, just so good. So I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. What do you mean? I was like, I just happened to schedule this call on the first day that his schedule was open. And I was the first call that you had today, and literally
It's
no one
meant to
else is
be.
booked with him. So I can get in on his first session. I was like, yes, yes,
Take it as a
please.
sign. Take it as a sign. It was
So
meant
I
to
already
be.
did it. I booked 2 sessions with them. I am hyped, dude. It's next month. I'm super
Dude,
hyped.
yeah. We're gonna have to
I'm gonna
post the
take off
tattoo when
work.
it's done.
We absolutely will on socials. God, I'm so excited. It's just so good. Like, the caliber of work this guy does is so awesome. I was so blown away.
Nothing more
Um,
exciting than some new artwork, honestly, on your body. New tattoos
I
as a
know.
whole, just like absolutely something to get stoked over. Whether it's something big like this or even just like a small Friday the 13th tattoo. It's like, man, you're just like adding things to your body that you enjoy. So absolutely something to get stoked over.
Yeah, I'm super hyped because I think, like, not only do I think he's gonna kill it, I think he's gonna do such a good job with this tattoo. But I love having art on me that's not um cookie cutter is not the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. Like, there's tropes. Like, what is it? There are a couple of like white male tattoo tropes. One of them is like
The
a
Viking
forest.
tattoo.
a Viking tattoo, like a forest, like a tree line,
Mm-hmm.
like a clockwork, gears, something like that kind
The
of
outline
tattoo.
of your state, all that shit.
Yeah, those kind of things. And like, I want tattoos that no one else has. Like, I don't want to be able to Google my tattoo and see even one other version of it, much less, much less like a whole plethora of other people doing the same thing with just slightly different takes on it.
No, I hear that.
Um,
I hear that.
yeah.
You
And
want
I
to be
was like, man,
unique.
yeah, I want a unique piece of art like this. Like, I like art. I want art on me. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. Give me that.
Well, this is
Um,
definitely that. This guy can, I don't know, what do you call scribble? This guy can scratch. I think is actually what they call it. This guy can scratch for sure.
yeah, it's just some crazy work, just some genuinely crazy work. Um, so yeah, sent him all the stuff, put the deposit down, booked him for 2 sessions. There's a possibility that my tattoo will only take 1 session, but I booked the second just in case so I could do it back to back. And part of me is like, instead of just not spending the money for the second session, if he finishes in 1 session, should I get him to do another tattoo for
Yeah,
me?
can
Should
I
I
just
go
get a
ahead since
second
I got a
tattoo with
book?
the second
Yeah,
session?
should I
Fuck it.
just come back tomorrow for another tattoo in a different place? So
Hell,
it's there's
even with the time left over in the second session, like, can we do something small? You got something small you want to
yeah,
add?
yeah, exactly. Um, so no matter what, I'm at least gonna have one new tattoo. I might have two new tattoos
That would be
after
epic.
then, kind of seeing
That'd
how
be
it
epic.
works. But yeah, I'm hyped, dude. I'm super excited. Once I got the idea for this tattoo, I couldn't get it out of my head. I was like, I have to get this fucking tattoo. Like, I need to get it done. And Sam was like, well, just reach out to the studio and like find out what it's going to be and blah blah. And like, because it's custom and because it's detailed and like you need a good artist, we were already ballparking a couple grand for the
Oh,
tattoos.
for
So
sure. Yeah.
his price range fell right into that. It's 2,000 a session, just as a heads up if you want to try to book him for anything. But again, a session is the full day. He only works on your tattoo that day.
9 hours.
Yeah, and like you could maybe, it might be like however much work you can get done in that session. So if you wanted like two smaller tattoos, maybe you could get them both done in one session. I don't know. But yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. But I'm very excited. I'm very excited. And I think it's a really cool story to get to be his first like
US
full
based
time
tattoo. Yeah.
US based tattoo. Yeah,
That's really
excited
cool.
about that.
Well, Kevin, you know what time it is?
Is it game time?
It's mother licking game time. You know what?
Ooh,
This
it's
game
game time.
you sent this game to me. It's on dialed.gg.
Yeah, I got it pulled up too on my side.
All right. So I think we're going to do the sound one first, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Color is so difficult. I don't know what this time one is. That's new. Um, we can maybe try all three depending on how long we spend on any of these.
All right. Let me share my screen. So, and also there are ads on this page. I can't hear the ads. If you can hear the ads, I'm sorry, I guess. I'll try to edit it out. But in my experience, that doesn't fucking work. So you might hear some ads. We are not sponsored. Enjoy the ad. But
Yeah.
so in this dial.gg game, we have to like match in this sound one, we have to match the exact hertz of the sound to the
Mm-hmm.
sound that it plays for us to begin with. Um, Personally, I'm someone who learned music by ear. So if I screw this up, I take it personally because I think I'm good at this. But as we've seen from many a game on this podcast, the things that we think we're good at, we're not so good at. So I
Right.
think I'll go first maybe, and then like you go and I go and then like you
Bef-
go again.
Before we start, I noticed there's this crush your friends option. Is there maybe a way we can both join in to like a simultaneous game and see how we do?
Maybe. Can I give this to you? Where's the chat? Here you go.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm in here.
Oh, so can you hear this too?
I can, yeah. Ooh, that's not gonna work. I wonder if there's a way for me to mute your screen.
I don't think this is it. I think I'm way off right now. But
I
I
think.
can't find it.
Hold on. I think let's start over. Let's do a single one because me having both audios is wild.
All right, so you get the game. We're gonna restart, I
We'll
guess,
restart
because
and we'll do solo
Kevin can't
ones.
handle it. Uh,
Yeah.
all right, so solo. Here we go. We're gonna try again. That sounds right to me.
Ooh, very close. Very
Ooh, very
nice.
close. Very close.
Very nice.
I think I'm going to do better with the higher tone. I think higher tones are easier to match than like those middle to lower tones.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
overall
Interesting.
I've abused the hell out of the lower tones in my ears through multiple concerts. So
Mm.
higher tones might work out better for me. How do you want to do this? Do you want me to go through five and then you go through five?
Yeah, you do five, then I'll do five, and
All
then
right.
we'll mess around. We'll compare scores at the end.
Ooh,
Very close.
15 off.
Oh wow.
15
I'm surprised
off.
the score was so low with how close that was.
Room for improvement. I take that. I mean, man, I'm like 15 hertz off. Like we're
I.
talking like minuscule amounts of tone difference, or
Mm-hmm.
maybe huge. Who knows? Oh, see, this one's gonna be tough for me.
I was like, that's pretty close. Yeah.
Ooh, pretty close, pretty close. There's something about the
Pretty
tones that
good.
are different. It's like the one that they play for me is in the room with me, and then the one I'm trying to adjust is like in the next room. Do you hear that?
A little bit.
It's
Yeah.
like an organ that's next door versus an organ that's like right next to me.
It's
And I
quite
think
loud
that
when
throws
it's
me
doing
off
the
a little bit.
demo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to rebalance this in post.
There's no way.
That one's super low.
Oh, it's off. I don't know. I've lost it. Ooh,
You were almost right on it. Yeah,
ooh.
dang.
Super sharp ear. Super sharp, Kevin.
Super sharp ear there.
I'm averaging like in the
In
what
the
is it
nines.
telling
You
me?
had
Like,
that six,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you're in
yeah.
the like high 9 points, 9 dots.
Might be a little flat. Yeah.
Yeah, little flat. Yeah, not bad. That 6 is gonna throw your overall score down a little bit, but
That 6 hurt me. Yeah, that 6 hurt me a lot. 43. 43.3. I guess
969.
there is a
Yeah,
way for me to win. Okay, hold on. Let me write this down. Let me write this down on an old envelope that I'm not going to use anymore. 43.37. All right, that's Dax. All right, Kevin. I think it's time for you to test your metal.
let's do it.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, that's fine.
No, no, I'm gonna control. I need you to close your screen share so I stop getting the hum of your. There we go.
That's fair. I'm going to close the whole thing so I also stop getting the hum.
Okay. Yeah.
It's the first time I'll ever stop asking for a hum.
Okay.
Gross. I didn't need to go there. All right,
Ugh.
let's see it.
Can you hear this?
Oh yeah. Oh, we can
Okay.
hear
Cool.
it.
Cool.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Thank you.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. You're welcome. That's literally as low as it goes, but I feel like that's it.
Really? Do you feel like that's it? Okay.
Or is this just the hum that I was sitting here listening to this whole time because it just plays in the background.
I
I
don't
lost it
know.
now. I don't remember where it was.
That's right. We'll both have one throwaway round. You know what I mean?
155. Oh my god. I lost it.
Oh,
I think I was too locked into the tone that's just been running this whole time while this was in the background.
you should have had it open in the background.
I should not. You're right. You're right. That was a mistake. All right, hold on. Next one. A lot of low ones.
Whoa.
Ooh, dang.
Whoa. That's the closest we've had to a perfect 10.
Dang.
What an
Okay.
extreme from 0.22 to
Point.
9.97.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just lost that first tone. I could remember it until I got too low. And then as soon as I hit that, yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you hit as low as it could go, you're like, oh, that's the sound I've been hearing this whole time. That's perfect.
Right. Right. Yeah. What a mistake. All right.
This has to be terrible for our listeners, bro. Oh my
Just,
god.
we'll turn the volume down a little bit for him. That's too much.
Everyone's running around because they hear an airplane siren.
Oh, dang. That
Oof.
was way too
Yeah.
high.
We were super sharp on that one. Super sharp.
Jeez.
I'm glad you're
Gross.
not looking at my face because as you get more sharp and off the tone, I'm like, ah.
Drifting. Yeah. Those really, really high ones are hard
That's
for
so
me.
weird. It's the opposite for me.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wow, the like middle lower tones, you're just locked in on,
I'm
bro.
nailing those. Yeah, I can nail it. Except for the first one, that was a low tone, but I just forgot it. It was the problem.
That's
I
crazy.
forgot what I was tracking to. High tones, I struggle with. Yeah,
I was praying
just
for a
need a
high
mid
tone
range.
here.
I feel like we're right back in this range.
Bro, I think
It's
your
off
like
by
two
7 on
almost
that one.
tens put us close though.
I don't think so. I think that first one really fucked me. Yeah,
Oh, yikes.
yeah.
28.3 to 43.37.
Yeah, you did way better than I did.
That first one did screw you. The first one and the third one, really. Getting a
Really
point
fucked
2 and a
me.
1.9.
Yeah, but
Yikes.
then it just rounded these up to 10, 10.0.
Yeah, you did get two basically tens, man, which means you were like point oh some odd hertz off of the actual sound, which is
Yeah,
crazy to me.
I was pretty close. Let me. Okay, you
Do
can
we?
mute it in the background.
Oh, look at you! Look at
That's
you!
helpful.
What about?
That's
Let's
helpful.
see the color.
Let's do the color
Let's see
one.
the
Yeah,
colors.
let's do the color one. Okay, we'll do solo. The other thing is fucked. I don't know if you noticed this, but on the sound one, it's here too. Yeah, there's
The
easy,
easy button.
and then there's hard. What the fuck is hard?
We were doing easy the whole time.
We were doing easy,
Oh, dude, we don't need to
so
do hard.
don't
We
know
don't
what
need
hard
to.
was.
Yeah, we don't need
let's
that.
let's go to color. Let's go to color. This is going to be even more fun for our listeners. Uh, let's do color. All right.
Okay. A
Okay.
nice green. Oh, you got to control saturation and everything.
You got to do all of it. Yeah.
Oh, that's tough. Oh, dude, I'm not even gonna play with you. I'm gonna be so bad at this.
I feel like we're a little lighter. I feel like we're in this range. Bro.
What the hell? Bro, you're a color magician. You are a
That's
color
crazy.
mastermind.
I've tried this before and I was horrible at it. So I'm surprised because like I can't even tell the difference between those two colors.
Wow. Literally perfect. It said, we have questions. They think you
We have
used the dropper
questions.
tool.
Got cheated. Yeah. Dang. Okay, cool. I feel good about that one. Okay.
Pank. Let's see you get this
No.
pank.
We're
Ooh.
definitely down in this range.
Okay. A little bit more pank.
I think we're in the like violety blue pink kind of range. Ah, okay.
Oof.
I was a bit too bright.
It still says you were good though.
Still quite good.
Suspiciously good.
Still
Yeah.
pretty good. All right, I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
now I see that it has two colors up there. When
You couldn't tell.
on the first one, I couldn't tell. I thought it was
Yeah, it
just
was
the color
both.
block.
No, it
Yeah.
was my
Wow.
color and the original color, and that's how close they were.
No way.
Yeah,
I'm about to
yeah,
come in and
yeah.
screw this up really badly.
Another
More
green.
greens. Okay. All right. Let's see it. Dang, just chugging. Just changing colors and chugging. Giving us all of
Mm-hmm.
the sound cues that we need.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
We could rename this podcast to Hums, and your commentary would be just fit for the Hum podcast.
I feel like we're a little more green. Let me drift this up. We're not like yellow green. We're still a blue green.
I'm not going to help you because I'm trying to win. DK stands for Dax and Kevin, not Donkey Kong. Oof, a little too
still
bright.
Close, but yeah.
Bro, you're still in the
bright.
8s, though. That's crazy. I'm going to come in here and get like 5s. I'm telling you.
We'll see. I honestly thought I was going to do horrible with this, and I'm not doing too bad. So
my eye for color is not on like yours is.
That is true.
What color is this shirt I'm wearing? This shirt's like what? Royal blue? I don't know.
It's a light blue. It's like a sky blue. Okay.
It's really giving you lots of greens.
A lot of green, yeah, which I would guess would be one of the easier ones to do. I don't think it was that bright. But it's also hard to remember because there's so many greens. It's like, which green am I thinking about? I think we were a little brighter. I think we were here-ish. Pretty close.
Dang. You just barely see the difference.
Yeah, I needed a little less saturation, I think.
I don't even know what that means. That's basically a 10.
All right, last one. Okay.
Ooh, sepia.
So we're here. We weren't that saturated. Bit of a burnt orangey color. Oh, still really close.
Well, yeah, like a bronze. Dang. In the 9s again. You're going to be so close to 50. I don't know that I'm going to be able to even if I did, like, really, really well, I'm not going to be able to top you.
That's pretty good. 46.23.
46.23.
Yeah.
All right. Let me try my hand at the colors.
Yeah, I'm going to see this one.
All right.
You got to get low 20s or teens to be anywhere near my sound performance. So
That's true. If we're judging by just general performance in both of these, then I do have a leg up going in here, but you guys don't know how bad I am at colors. So yelled single player at me. That was weird. Oh, is that not black? Oh god. It's like the chocolatiest brown. Yeah, nah. Yeah. Already we're at a 7. Not bad, but like
not bad. It was like a blue or red than a yellow or red.
I see. I don't even know what that means, honestly. I can tell the difference between these two colors, so that is a good start for me.
But overall, that's great.
That's great. Good job. You can see colors. Yeah. Thanks, Dax. Fuck. All right. Okay, we got a green here. Remembering this green. I've already forgot it. Okay. Oof. Okay. And a little bit in here. And like a little less of that, maybe. No, a little more of that, actually. You know what? That feels really good. Oh, God. I'm in the 7s. I'm consistent at the very least. I think my last score is 737, wasn't it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see at the end.
My eyes
That'd
are
be
approximately 2.7 off.
yeah, apparently. It'd be hilarious if you got the exact same score every time.
All right, pinky, purpley pink. All right, uh, yep, pinky, purpley. Oh man, I've seen too many colors now. I don't know if I'm.
Once you start getting to the third, fourth, and fifth color, it starts. Yeah, it starts getting difficult.
Yeah, that's about as close as I'm gonna get, I think. Ooh,
That's very
oh,
close.
we're in the
Good
nines.
job.
We're in the nines. We're making progress.
Your brain took a photo. What a waste of talent.
Yeah, well, it's worked out for me. It's worked out for me so far. Okay, we've got a blue. We got a good looking blue. Nice. Okay, started me in the right region. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna get pretty close on this one. I think we're gonna get pretty close. We got a good looking blue. I feel like it was pretty close to what my shirt was. Might be a little bit more green. Nah, fuck it.
Just trying to match it to your shirt. Ooh,
Ooh, back in the
ooh.
nines, baby. Look at that. See, I just needed to
Good
calibrate.
shit.
I need to calibrate
Mm-hmm.
the brain and the eyes and the signals in between those two things. What the fuck is this color?
This is an interesting color. It's
Dated
almost like a
flesh.
coral, like a coral color.
Where do you even get that color? I think maybe in the pinks up here. Oh man. If I. Yikes. I don't know where to find this color. Oh, I think we're getting close. Are we? It might be closer in the orange. Oh boy, we're gonna spend a little bit of time here because I think. Oh, I think I fucked this. I don't know where to go from here. Hold on. Okay, okay. I can. I can work with this. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling. I think this is about as close as I'm gonna get right there.
Ooh,
Ooh, a little darker, but in the eights. But
not
in the
bad.
eights. All right, let's see that final score. Your final score. I'm not going to touch your final score. There's no fucking way. 46.23.
Yeah,
But a 42.37 is not bad.
not bad.
So overall, let's calculate the overall scores between color and sound.
Yeah, you want to do
Why
that.
don't we? I
I'm happy
do.
to leave this as a tie. You won sound,
Are
I
you?
won color,
I'm
We'll
not. I'm
just
not happy with
we'll
that.
call
I'm
it
not
that.
happy with that.
I think that's, I think that's how
We're
it shakes out
to.
no matter what Matt
So
thinks.
my total score, D for Dax, most likely the winner, 85.74. Kevin's total score, oh, it's not going to be anywhere near that.
No, it's going to be
28,
60, 70,
28.3,
somewhere in that range.
74.53. Oh, baby. So, yeah, I am the winner, according to me, and the numbers, really.
According to me.
It's important.
Hey, that was perfect. It brought us like right to time,
Right to time. I hope that you enjoyed this. I already told you in the middle of the episode. I got to tell you now, subscribe to this shit, bro.
Do
Like
it.
it, comment, do
Mm-hmm.
all those things. I said I wasn't going to tell you. I'm telling you again anyway. I tell you what, it may have been a little bit of a break, but our plan is to be here every other Monday. Check on a Monday. You'll never know. There might be content there. But until next time, we love you. we'll see you in like 2 Mondays, whenever.
Bye.